Hello everyone, I am so happy to be here today. So last time I left you and I had not yet put this in the front of this mini journal. So before we start creating our mini items for this mini journal, but of course it could be for any mini journal that you are doing right now, I'm just going to show you what I've done. I simply added this beautiful cameo, and before I applied the cameo, I made sure to choose the rope I wanted to use for the closing, and I just glued it underneath so it's really solid, it's not going anywhere. What I will do eventually, of course, is I will do the same, which is or decide to put something in the middle or even just here, and I will glue the other end of this rope and then of course cut it, because then we can make a beautiful bow every time we close our journal. But for now, because I'm not sure, sorry about that, because I'm not sure what will be the closing method I use. Well, I know it's going to be the rope, but I don't know what I'm going to put in the back just yet. I'm just going to leave it just like that. It'll be fine. Okay, so I'm trying to adjust my camera to bring it a little closer, but not too much. So today we're going to create little elements. So if you want to join in the fun, the last time I created this mini journaling card, very cute, very fun, and I think today we should think of other things to add in this beautiful mini journal. I'm already excited just at the idea of creating small little items. It's always so much fun. I'm just showing in case you haven't seen the other video. This is beautiful window, and this thing here unfolds. That's also a lot of fun. And we have a top pocket, right? Where is it? Maybe I already passed it. Oh, right here. So right now I feel inspired to do a mini tag. I really want to do a tag. So why don't we start with that, and maybe I'll inspire you to create mini things. So we're going to try and create a whole bunch of mini items to put in this mini journal. Okay, so I got a piece of paper. I have a few actually I could choose from. Let me just grab a few here. Um, this I'm going to keep because that's printed on cardstock. I can do another, probably a journaling card or another tag. I'm just trying to choose which paper. I like that. I like all these papers. They're just absolutely beautiful. Oh, wait, I like that too. I like everything. So, yeah, okay. How about, so I saw this little tag. It's a little too wide for this, so I will trim it just a tiny bit. It's too wide and I think a little too long, and I don't want to be perfect, so that's why I seem like I'm cutting every which way. I actually am, and I'm even going to rough up the edges, but first I need to know the length. So I'm just going to put it inside and see how far it goes, and therefore how much I have to cut. Okay, so that's quite a lot. Perfect, gives me a good idea. I think somewhere around here, just like that. That should be good. I'm just going to rough up the edges a tiny bit because I feel like it. I think it will look good. So I'm going to do all kinds of little things in this journal. So it won't only be about making a tag. I think we all know how to make tags. This is mostly to, inspire you. So give you ideas on what can be done in your mini journals, aside from the obvious mini tags, mini card. I want to show you that being mini shouldn't stop you from making it big. That should be the title. Making mini items should not stop you from making it big. Okay, so see, I'm going to just make sure that this goes in. I like it. I like it, and I think that it's a tiny bit tight, so I think I will just cut a tiny bit more on this side, just so it slides in a little, more easily. and rough it up a tiny bit. Ink the edges. There. That's a little more grungy than I wanted, but it's okay. And on top, instead of putting an eyelet, because as you can see, the creator of this paper already put like a circle, not a circle, but a shape there, and it's not really a circle. Plus, it is too close to the edge to my liking. So I will cut myself a tiny piece of fabric, just like that, and just like that. And we will apply it, and that will be our way of pulling this beautiful little tag. Doesn't take much, you know, doesn't take much to change it up, make it your own. That's why I'm never hesitant on purchasing digital papers. I absolutely love digital papers. They give me a lot of freedom. I also buy all of Marimie's books. I love the images, and I use them in, you know, everything, everywhere. It's just amazing. Now I'm just wondering if I will take the, how do you say, the time to sew this, or is it really even worth it to make a few how do you say, stitches, or no, stitches? Is it, why does the word mean nothing to me all of a sudden? Oh my gosh. Sometimes I realize I can't even find the word in English or French. So now I'm confused in two languages. Okay. Just going to rough up the fabric here. There we go. I just put this so it doesn't move because it's so small. So when I put it in the machine, the last thing I want is for it to just move around and I can't sew anything. Oh my goodness. Come on, you. Just a tiny piece, and then I think I will put it through the sewing machine. I just think it'll look cute, and like I said, it's not because it's small that you can't do big, you know. Yeah, just give me a second. Okay, so I think this was a good idea, and I want to decorate it, but I don't want to spend too much time because I want to do other things with you. So I'm thinking just ripping a part of this paper. I'm just going to start ripping here because I see something. I'm not sure which part I want to use, but I really love it. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful, but I want it on this side. So I think I will just rip this part off, if I can, as straight as I can, just like that. And I will glue it there, diagonally maybe, like just something like that. Just like that. Let's see what this would look like. Oh yeah, I like that. Yes, yes, yes. And even maybe lower. Oh, yes. And another thing I will do, now it is starting to be a little, like I said, a little more grungy than I had the intentions on, because I want to keep this light and feminine. So I won't necessarily, usually I would probably ink the edges of this paper as well, but because the edges of the tag are already inked, I won't do it on this, but I will, however, kind of, you know, do this to the paper. I like that it adds interest. I don't have the word scrunch it up or wrinkling it up, wrinkle, I don't know, making wrinkles in your paper. There. I like the effect. I like how it looks. Because like I said, you can certainly do the same kind of things you would do on a bigger journal, in a bigger journal with bigger tags and bigger elements, you just do the same but on a smaller scale. And that's what is going to make your small journal look grand. Is if you only do cute little, not cute, that's not the word I'm looking for, but you know, simple, let's say, maybe. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just, you know, telling you how I feel about the whole thing. Is instead of making everything simple because it's so small, no, go ahead, complicate it. Add the details. Do it. Do it. You won't regret it. Okay, and because I want to keep this very light, very sweet, and even maybe fluffy in some regards, I'm just looking for I had pearls. Ah, there they are. Why don't we add a few pearls? Just one or two, something to add even more, you know, beauty. So I think one pearl here would look fabulous. Just, I put the beads of glue. It's easier to just sit the pearl on top of the bead of glue. Just like that. We'll let it dry. And maybe another one. I would see it maybe there. See, we're marrying a tiny bit of, you know, the black sewing, and then some grunginess around the edges here, and then we're adding pearls. Okay, those are not the tweezers I was looking for. These are the ones. If I can avoid having 2 pounds of glue on my finger by the time this is over. Ah, okay, it's not working. I think I'll just use my fingers. There. Just gonna wait for it to dry as well. Maybe I have miniature ones here. Very, very cute. Maybe a tiny, tiny one right here. And here, and then here, maybe. Something like that. I don't know if you're a little too far for that, especially very small details. I'm just trying to put some pearls on this tag. And I'm hoping that when you see me do things like that, you say, hey, you know what? I have pearls too, and why don't I try that, you know? Now, this one is very, very small. Just going to flip it. There we go. Now I have to do it twice again. Yay. It's all worth it to me. Now, I do suggest you wait until they're completely dry, because it is a tag that will go in and out of a pocket, and the last thing you want is for the pearls to just fly off of your tag. There we go. And so we are done with this one. Don't want to overdo it. I do want to put as much, that's the word I was looking for. I didn't mean like make it complicated in that specific sense. I just meant put as much effort in your tiny baby journals as you would on a big journal, because it's still a journal, and in the end you'll be very successful in your journal creativity, because they'll be just as high quality as any big journal you create. So I will put this aside because I really love it this way. Now, how about we do something else for our mini journal? And I'm thinking of playing with texture paste. Why not? So as you see, I've used already embossed papers, which adds a lot of interest, and I'm thinking texture paste is just the next level, really. It's just another kind of, you know, embossed texture. So I'm just choosing the page where I want it. I like the idea of maybe, I don't know if I want it here. Maybe I'll do something, or maybe here. Oh, there's so many possibilities because of this little addition we did last week. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. I'm really not sure. Maybe here. Why not? I'm just opening it up so I have, you know, easier access to my page. So I don't know where my spatula went, and I really need my special spatula to be able to do the texture paste. Now I'm gonna have to use this one, and I don't have a whole lot of trust in this one at all. So before I ruin my whole, you know, mini book, and I will try on a piece of paper to see if it works well, because I don't know where my special spatula went, but it's not this one. I can tell you that. That is not the one I need, not the one I want, and I don't even know how I'm going to work with this one, really. Mine is larger, and I can really, anyways. I'll have to work. That's the only one I have left right now. So, oops, I see there's, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do it with this one, but I've looked everywhere. I paused the video and looked everywhere. I can't find it. So let's see if I can work with this one. I can, but it's not the same. Also, this is a flat page. This is a book. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, so honestly, it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh, look at this. Wow. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, I'll do it, but I still want my spatula, and I don't know where I put it. Don't know where it is. And I think I will help this book tiny bit. I don't know. I just don't want to break it in any way, but I don't know. Would this help? Maybe. Okay. You're maybe a tiny bit close. I want you to see, but I think I have enough texture paste on my spatula. Okay, let's try again. So I'm going to put it right about here. And it doesn't need to be the whole page. I just want to have some designs on my page. But see, I don't see very well, because usually I wouldn't have to have my finger here to hold everything. Did I mess it up? A tiny bit. Of course, it's not as perfect as it was when it was on paper. Oh, hold on. Let me grab a tiny till. And that's another trick. And it's good that you're here when I make these tiny. It's not even a mistake. It just, things will happen. I'm looking for a small or pointy brush. Okay, there we go. When things like this happen, and I hope you can see this. Do you see this here? This is not supposed to be here, but yeah, if you have the point of a brush, you can certainly just fix it like that. It was like kind of bubbly, or like you could see it was, yeah. So with the tip of a brush, you can certainly go in there and just fix it like that, and then it's fine. Like right here. There. So the rest of the design is fine. That's what I would expect it to be. So I will just leave it this way. We're just going to wait a few minutes for it to dry. Okay, so this is dry, and I'm thinking it would be nice to add some color to this. So I have my Intense pencil, the bark color. I really love it. I'm just looking for a brush to be able to do the contour, but of course, the more I look, the less I find. Okay, I finally found one. It's not the one I was looking for, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to actually, I think I will just use it this way and see what it looks like. Actually, remember earlier I tried on a piece of paper to see if it would look good? That piece of paper is dry now, so why don't we try on this one first? Just, of course, this is dark. Now I'm gonna have to, because I didn't treat this page with anything, because it's pretty thick, and it said when I got it that you could like do almost like watercolor. Although I don't know, I haven't tried. I don't think the you could do a lot of bleeding and mixing with this type of paper. You can certainly draw, if you will, with watercolor. I just don't think it can do all the effects that you would be able to do if it was real watercolor. Okay, well, the paper is holding up really well. That's a fun thing to know too. It's the deckled paper. I have it listed on my but now I'm thinking maybe this is too dark. I usually really love my bark color. It's my favorite go-to, but I think for this it's a little too dark. So maybe I'll switch it up. I'm thinking of charcoal gray, but diluted. So I would just like go like this, and then for some reason that looks like it would be better. I just want to add a tiny bit of tint, but not too much, just to say that we see that there's some, I mean, you see it, but I don't know how to express it, but just to add a tiny bit of interest. And I think that was the right choice. It's just a tiny bit. It's barely noticeable. I mean, you notice it, but it's not too dark. Just add some interest here. Oh, I like it. I think it makes the texture paste pop a tiny bit more. Oops, that's the one. Okay, so next on the, how can I say, even if it's small, make it big. I'm just going to put a paper here because I will fold the page and I don't want it to color this side here. So I'm just going to choose a page, and I think we're going to play with some, why not right from the start, to make it even more welcoming. Oh, I like it. Okay, how about some gilded wax? And one of my favorite, as you can see, it's really, yeah, I use it a lot. And I think it would be nice to have some gold writing. Now, I don't want this to move. I think I'm going to switch it around just to have the space to work and make sure this doesn't move, because I can actually put my finger here on the part that doesn't have any letters while I pass over it with my inker. So I use this one. It's old and it's only for this, and it's perfect like that. So I'm just going to put some gold here, brush the excess so there's not too much, and there we go. So I will just hold this down so it doesn't move, and I'm just going to go around just like that, and hopefully it works. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I remember this. I've made this mistake before. Let me grab a brush that I will then have to run to the sink and clean right away. I think I remember that I've done this before and it did not work unless I use the brush. So I'm hoping I didn't move. Ah, there you go. I can see now, because I could see by looking in. Well, you can't see because it's a little far and it's very small, so I don't want to move anything, but I'll show you after. As I was trying to brush, I could see the letters in the holes, if you will, of the this, whatever it's called, were still white. So I thought, uh-oh, it's not working. Okay, I think this worked fine. Let me lift it up gently. Gentle, gentle. Okay, it did work. I'm going to turn it around. See? And it's gold. That's what I love about it. Oh, it's so lovely. Now, since I have the gold in my hand, I'm thinking, why not just brush a tiny bit on the corner? Just a tiny bit here and there. Not everywhere. Just because I have it. It's just something to see, you know? Just a tiny bit. Nothing too crazy. Just a tad. There. Just a tiny bit, just on the corner of this pocket. Why not? Right? Yeah. Oh, it's pretty. Hold on, I'm just gonna put it there so it dries, and I'll show you. I'll put the camera closer. Okay, so I will show you. It's really nice. Right from the start, you have beautiful gold letters. I really like it. And I put some gold on the corner of this little pocket, just because why not, right? So while this dries a little better, how about we make a nice little It's called like an origami envelope, and the reason it's called that is because it is origami and there's no glue. So I'm just trying to decide which paper would be best. I'm here to try things with you, aren't I? So why not? Let's see. What is the width of this? It's a little more than 5, but if I get rid of these, okay, let's see what we can do. Let's see what it would look like. And I like the color too. So, oh, I didn't measure 5 inches this way. So my cut has to be right here. It's so pretty. And I love, like I said, I really love the color. A little too close. I'll bring you closer when it's time to fold so you can really see what I've done, okay? But yeah, you're just a tiny bit too close. I'm just cutting here the straight part, the one that has no embossing, simply because I think it will make it be 5 inches after I've cut. Let me see. Yeah, actually I'm right. Okay, perfect. So this should be 5 by 5 right now. Oops. 5 by 5. Perfect. Wow. Okay, let's give it a go with this kind of paper. Let's see. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I love it so much. So you fold it this way, just like that. Just want to make sure that I'm there. Okay, I'm going to use this thing here just to make my folds even better. Now you open it and you're going to fold the point right here, right to your fold line, and then you fold it again. Oh, I don't know, the paper ripped, probably because it's embossed, but it's okay, doesn't matter. There. Okay, now I'm going to try and pay attention to where I'm putting this. Not too far, but just enough so that, see, because what happens is this right here, maybe I can explain it better this way. This here which will contribute to your closure, the diamond closure I was talking to you about right here, kind of has to align with the middle of your envelope. So that's why you don't fold the point to the middle, because then you won't have any closure. So you bring it a little further so that when you push this back to make your diamond fold, you'll have enough, right? So I will fold it up to here. It's getting thicker though, so maybe my idea of the thicker paper was not the best. I just did it because I loved it so much, but I can emboss regular paper too. So, you know, we'll see in the end if it still works, but I'm thinking that it might be a tiny bit too much, and I'm going to make sure that it's even-ish on both sides. So I think something like, yeah, that looks good. And also because it's so thick now, I'm not sure the little diamond will be enough to hold this. I'm just going to unfold so that I can really give, actually it doesn't matter. I'm just going to fold this part properly so that the little diamond closure will have at least a tiny bit of a chance to actually fold. Okay, so I will create that diamond part right now. So you just put your finger in here and see where your middle is. So just try, like I put my finger here, and while I have my other finger in here, I will push and point the middle. It's not going to be perfect, by the way, okay? Just let it go. But as close as you can, and press really well with your, you know, this or whatever tool you use to make sure that at least the folds are cooperating with you, because this is thick. So if you use regular paper, you won't have to do all this. So you go like this, and you just put it in here, and that's how your envelope will close. Now, of course, it's kind of openish, but don't forget that first of all, it's very thick paper. Second of all, this envelope technically will be glued right here or another page. The back of it will be glued. You don't have to because it's gorgeous on each side, but in this instance, I want it to be glued because I want it to be part of the surprise of this journal. And then you open it, and of course, it's up to you to decide what you're going to put in there. So now you can create a beautiful one or two, or how many you want, ephemera to put in there, or journaling cards. It's just another way of hiding another beautiful surprise. I must say I really like it. The only thing that bothers me is that when I folded the paper originally, so let's refold it, maybe, yeah, I can see this is not flush. So, or it's because I folded it, and actually it's not that bad. I could always trim it, but I'm going to leave it because it's just, yeah, see, it's because of the thickness of the paper. And I think and I don't want to cut it because when you open it, if the person decides to open it completely, I want it to be a perfect square, which is what I made when I chose to do it 5 by 5. So if it helps you, this journal here, the pages are 2 inches wide by about, 3 inches tall. And so the 5 by 5 was perfect for this. So I will glue it. I just need to choose which page I want it in. And I want to make sure the thickness of it all is not somewhere where there's already a lot of thick stuff. But you know what? I'm running out of space. I could, however, wouldn't it be nice at the end? Oh, why not? That'd be sweet. It's like, I don't dislike that at all. Oh my goodness, this little journal book. Look how thick it's becoming already. Oh, it's a good thing we're going to have something to close it. Well, I'm going to glue it in because I absolutely love it. Now you only glue the back because it's origami. It's supposed to open. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm kind of happy I chose this paper. I know it's a little thicker than what I expected, but I really love the embossing. It shows up so well on this. Oh, it's gorgeous. And I love the color. It's not too dark. I really love it. I'm going to glue it right here. I'm going, and just another thought here, try and glue it more on the outside than on the inside because you want to be able to fold your pages properly. So in this case, it just so happens that I can align myself with the inside of the book where the corners are. So it's just perfect this way. Oh my goodness. See what I said? It's not because it's a small journal that you can't do big things. And this is big. So far, we have a lot of beautiful surprises. This journal is not going to be just a dull blank page mini journal. It's full of stuff, and it's not even done yet. We just did a few things here. So I just put the book aside and let the envelope dry, and I'm thinking I want to put something in there. So I have this piece of paper, which is an old book page. I love the color, and I'm thinking it's perfect for writing, but I want to cover the top with something. And I just opened Marta's book, and I seen this, and I really, really love it. So I'm thinking I will cover the front of it with this. I think it's beautiful. Why not? Okay. I have other images I'm sure I could have used. I mean, her books are just absolutely breathtaking. Oh, I've used this because I had more than one copy of this book, and I used this house in another craft. It's just amazing. It's just so beautiful. Okay, no, I can't keep going with this, so I'm just gonna put it aside and keep going with this. So I think, yes, that's really nice. Okay, so the easy way is just to apply glue on this. just like that. We're keeping it simple, but at the same time, we are not hesitating on big ideas, you know? Yeah, I'm going to use this part of the paper. I think it's pretty. Now I'm just going to trim around. That should fit our envelope. If not, we'll just trim it down. I'm just going to trim a tiny bit here, and I see a tiny bit of the paper peeking here. There. Oh, there. Oh, isn't that sweet? And we're going to round the corners just to make it even better. Oh, how about we just put a message on this card? Like something sweet, a little sentence. Oh, and how about we ink the edges? Yes. Where is my inker? Not the one with the gold, clearly, but my... Oh, wait, no, I think I found it. But I don't want it to be too dark, so I think I'm going to go with my antique linen, which is, like I've said before, pretty much the same color as the book. I said it in another video. I don't know which one. And it's really subtle. I don't know if you can even see that. I see it, but it's just a finishing touch, just to make sure it's finished, you know? Oh, I just seen this tiny, tiny little word. It's so cute. Hold on. It's so simple. It just says, love greatly. I don't know if you can see it, if the camera had time to zoom. How about we just put it right here. Just like that. As simple as this. Now, isn't that sweet? It's really easy, as you can see. And now, let's see what it would look like in our envelope. It's fun because you have a little surprise that's just waiting for you. See? Oh, does it fit? Or do I have to trim? Let me see. Let's close the envelope. I think I'm going to trim it just a tiny bit, just to make sure that it doesn't get folded in the origami envelope. So I'm just going to trim a tiny bit here and maybe a tiny bit there, because I want it to fit really nicely. Oh, it's so cute. I just love the idea of a little surprise like that. Oops, did I forget a corner? There we go. And just going to re-ink since I cut. That is lovely. Oh, let's see how beautifully it fits in. Oh, and you know what? I think I chose the right image. Look. You know what I mean? Oh, I love it. See, it can sit right here. It's just waiting. It's just waiting for somebody to use it to write something sweet. Oh, I love it. And like I said, it will take time for it to, you know, get the fold. And with the book being closed all the time, eventually it will stay closed. It's just that this is very thick paper. Other than that, I'm not worried about it. This is paperwork, you know, a paperwork. It sounded like paperwork, you know, from an office. Oh, I love it. Wow, this is really getting thick. Okay, what else could we add to this beautiful little journal? Actually, little book. But by the way, while I think about it, our tag has been drying long enough. I don't have too many fears that the diamonds will come off. So now I just want to find the opening of this. There we go. And let's put our tag. Ah, it goes in so easily. Oh, I love it. Look. Oh my gosh, this is really adorable. I absolutely love it. Okay, next. So next, I'd like to, now I have a die cutting machine, so if you don't, any frame will do. I just went with the oval one because I know it's small enough to fit in our little book. I call it journal book, you know what I mean. And I've had these images for a while, and I find they don't fit in a lot of things. You probably have seen a lot of people, or at least, you know, people selling those, and they're small, but they're perfect for this. So I'm thinking of, I don't know if I wanted colorful, black and white. Let's see what the black and white looks like first. And oh, I like it. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, yes. Should I have chosen another color? No, you know what? I like it. I like it. I want to stay in these creams and such. You know what I mean? Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this, I'm going to put glue on the paper first. Never on this. This will buckle. So I'm going to put it on the paper first. Come on, what's going on? There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread a thin layer of the glue, and I'm going to go just like this with my finger to make sure it's spread thin so that it won't upset our precious vellum. We love vellum, but it acts difficult. It's being difficult a lot of times. So all you have to do is really just press down, just like that, and it won't buckle. There. Beautiful. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then we're just going to trim the excess. Actually, I could probably trim the excess right now, just to make sure that I don't cut. See, do you see this? Do you see the rippling of the vellum right here? Oh, I'm telling you, it does not like to have. I say that to avoid to trim the frame. And what am I doing? Trimming the frame by accident, mind you, but I could have been a little more careful. It's okay. There we go. Okay. Oops. And now we will put the other frame. So if yours are square, or if you made them, you know, with your hands, or if you purchased frames, then just put one on the back of the other, and you got yourself exactly this. Isn't that sweet? Oh, I love it. See, I'm still going to have to trim anyway, so I could have waited. Note to self, next time just wait, because I can still see some of the plastic or vellum image coming out. Just a tiny bit. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. Love it. Now I would like it to be somewhat attached to a page. Now I'm just, while I'm trimming, just trying to figure out in what capacity. Oh, I love it. Should I ink the edges a tiny bit? Just a tiny bit? Yeah, why not? It's not too dark anyways. So I think I will make it swivel, because why not? So let me find a page I think it could be in. There's so many to choose from. We still have to figure out something here, but I don't think I want to heavily decorate this one, because I do want to leave a lot of space to write, but I still want some surprises here and there. So let me see, where do I see this thing swiveling out? Oh, how about right here? That'd be nice. You know, you can go like this, or do it, yeah, right here actually. Yes, so I will punch a hole right there. So let me grab my hole punch right here. And I will put a cute little fastener. I have the very small ones too. Let me see what it looks like. Yeah, that's cute. And it's pretty easy to hide in the back. We'll see what we do later about the back. Don't have to put a whole lot to hide it and to make the page pretty and to leave some space for writing, because now this swivels, but you can still write, right? Right? Oh, isn't it cute? Oh, I love it. And here in the back, easy peasy. Look, you could put a piece of fabric, stamp something on the piece of fabric if you wanted, or decorate with the back of, you know, this was on paper that was, this. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my words. And just like that would be nice. There's so many ideas. I think I want to go with a piece of fabric just to be different. And I found this word. I find it very beautiful. It just says dream of beauty. So what if we put it right here? Or try and be centered, Chantal. That would help a lot. There we go. And why don't we glue this on there? It will hide the fastener and add some interest. And I have another idea. I might have to put glue in the back of this word because it is fabric, so I'm kind of asking a lot of this little piece of paper. There. Just like that. There's nothing wrong with the back of a fastener, by the way. You don't have to do that. I just find it interesting to, if you can hide it, why not? But it's okay to see some of the mechanics of your book. But if you can, why not? So now I want to add a little rub-on because I love rub-ons, and I have small ones, just a tiny bit, just a small one to add some beauty to the whole thing. Now I have Christmas ones right there on top because I was creating things for Christmas. So I will just move these aside and look for a nice little a flower or a leaf, something. Oh, those are pretty. Oh, and they're small too. I think I'm going to choose one of these, and I need a popsicle stick to rub it on. And I want to put it maybe, I like the white one. Why don't we go with this one? I really am loving where this little book is going. And for those of you who didn't see the video last week, I did mention that as I'm getting closer to having 10,000 subscriber, I want to celebrate. I forgot to celebrate, I think, when I was at 5,000. I don't like, I have no clue where I was, what happened, why I didn't do anything. This is out of, just want to see if I'm not damaging something here. I'm just going to put something, I just want something strong so I can really press. And no, okay, never mind. I'm just going to take this out of the way though. I don't know where I was when I reached 5,000. Was it in the summer? Was I on vacation? What happened? I celebrated on my first 1,000. I forgot to celebrate on 5, but I want to do something on 10. That being said, I think this will be part of the draw, and I'll add all kinds of other goodies, of course. Just to say thank you and make it exciting. I don't know why I keep rubbing. I'm sure it's enough now. By now, I won't even want to take off from this plastic here. I think I've managed to glue it more on the sheet than I did on my book. Just go slow when you do that. That way, if you see something is not wanting to peel, you can do exactly what I'm doing right now. There you go. Oh, I think this is perfect for this page. Look at it. I am in love. I'm in love. I love what we've done so far. I think everything fits perfectly. We're not done, but I will stop it here because I did promise that this would be a series, and I also don't want to keep you too long. I think today I've showed you already quite a few nice things to do, and we still have to figure out what we're going to do to attach this here. I want to, like, see, I thought it was dry enough, but see, it kind of colored the other page. It's not bad, but I think I will probably cover this with something. Oh yeah, I know what, actually. And yeah, we're going to keep going. It's not always going to be big things. I don't know what I'm going to think about for next project, but we need to do this. Oh, look at that. It's amazing. That's right. We have another journaling card we need to make for this pocket right here. So I think we have another video in the making to finish this journal. For now, I just tie it down like this, and it's not going to be tied this way. It's not done. So I will leave you on this. I hope so far you're feeling inspired and excited about this mini journal, mini book. And I really hope that you want to make one of your own, especially with the instructions I gave you last week, which I think made it really simple for you to just go ahead and make your own. And the video prior to that, I think, the last 2 or 3 videos, I think, are the ones you want to go and check, you know, to see what can be done and how you can make a mini book the easiest way possible. Because honestly, it is just that. It is super easy. And I want everyone to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to create my own book. Please go ahead. Please go ahead, because it is so much fun. So I will leave you on this. I give you a great big hug from here in Nova Scotia, Canada. I do hope you are all happy, healthy, and safe. And as usual, thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye. Bye-bye.